whether the Third World War between America and Iran is going to start or not. Is the world once again at the threshold of World War? America and Iran's confrontation is moving towards nuclear war. The US killed Iran's General QasimSulemani, and then Iran attacked the US embassy, and then Trump set a target of 52. After Iran's most powerful commander and Iran's second leader, General QasimSulemani, ended the chaos in the US embassy in Iraq. More than 50 people were killed in the storm. 2 rockets were fired at the Balag Air Base, where the security base of American soldiers is Iran. They arrived yesterday. Extent is ready to go far. Both countries are equipped face-to-face with nuclear weapons. Threats are being made over threats. Both are also not ready to back down. The relationship between the US and Iran is already bad, but both have more stubbornness and cynicism. Iran does not stand anywhere in front of US military strength, but if started, the Middle East, Europe can take the world into the grip of war. American warships are heading towards Iran. Britain has also sent its warships to the Gulf of Iraq. Middle East soldiers have been provided security. Middle East Europe is completely scattered. Who is in the ranks? They do not understand anything. India has good relations with Iran and America. Strange condition. If there was a war, oil prices would rise in the world. Raw materials would become expensive. It would be difficult. If the condition deteriorated, a superpower like Russia and China would also decide how terrible the war would decide. General QasimSulemani in America's Nose-Dome had played a big role in increasing Iran's dominance in the entire Middle East, with Iraq as well as Soleimani as President Bashar Ali as advisor. The character was played. From Yemen till now, a strong network of relations was prepared in other countries so that the influence of Iran in these countries is dominating. Soleimani is considered the chief strategist of Iranian activities of West Asia. Since 1998 he himself was leading the force. Soleimani always supported Iranian policies, therefore America considered Soleimani as a big enemy, therefore the US declared him a terrorist. Crude oil prices will be affected in the whole world. India imports about 80% oil from Iran. The price of oil diesel may increase the impact of inflation on the domestic market. Current account of the country will also increase. The rupee will weaken against the US dollar. Gold prices can also increase. If there is a big war between these two, then the world can move towards the Bengali. It will also affect the production and supply of crude oil. Due to tensions, oil production in Gulf countries may be affected. The countries of the world who import oil from Gulf countries may get thinner. Due to the increase in the price of oil, it will be difficult for India to escape the effect of the price of gold and silver has increased in the international market. Iran and Iraq also scorched in revenge from America. Soleimani for Iran, not the supreme leader. Ayatollah Ali had played a very big role in strategically fighting the Iran government's terrorists to deal with ISIS at the behest of many. The pro-Iran force was formed in leadership called the Population Mobilization Globe. Soleimani was a very old enemy of America. In the 80s, as the hero of Soleimani emerged in the midst of the war of Iran and Iraq, then America started Saddam Hussein. Had supported a very large network with the countries of other countries from Iraq to Lucky Iraq to increase the influence of Iran in those countries. Chaka not even attacked the US, or much larger, becoming America's superpower. Of real power was Iran, and get the real Gulf for Iran, bigger and country in the Middle East we have. because the border connects with many countries and the Gulf Ocean is better than any country. Geographically, the image of deer is high because from the perspective of trade, there is no better place in the world with natural flax resources. In search of oil and gas, this country was made a gold mine, hence America. Britain. Meritorious association. To show their influence, Jagu continued, Paris and Mahesh is 55 kilometers, so in this area, screwing with Iran means committing suicide. Suicide is about to link the sea. 20% of the world's oil goes through sea route Shah Pahlavi. When Iran was in control, then America used it fiercely and became a superpower. Oil and gas dominated the United States of America. On the basis of this friendship, America got swept away. The big diplomatic decisions that made it from superpower to powerful, Iran continued to increase its nuclear power despite the pressure from the US. To suppress Iran, the US has made a lot of economic restrictions, despite oil and gas having gold reserves. Iran's economy continued to sink, despite its Iranian refusal to bow down to the US. Despite its Iranian refusal to bow down to the US. In 2015, Obama signed a P51+ agreement with Iran. Its P5 countries: the United States of America, France, Russia, China and Germany also joined, under which an agreement that Iran would stop its nuclear program. In return, all countries would remove the economic sanctions. But Donald Trump, after America's change of power, separated from the deal. This increased tension between the US and Iran. 40 years before the Islamic Revolution, there was a crackdown on the trade front. Iran was cut off from other countries. In 2002, news came from Iran's undeclared nuclear center. Opposition people, it was informed that the deer is secretly used in uranium enrichment and heavy water reactors. Uranium fuel is also used and atomic bombs are used. The US also got a chance to bow down the deer because of this. The international community imposed economic sanctions on Iran. It broke the back of Iran, despite the natural glut of oil and the like. If the situation of Third World War was created, then everyone would be harmed. Seeing this apprehension of the whole world, this is why all countries are talking about peace.